Thanks for joining me for a mat Pilates full body workout. We'll start in the tabletop for some cat-cows. You'll want your toes tucked under, knees under your hips, and hands under your shoulders. You'll inhale, arch your spine looking up towards the ceiling. Then exhale to round your spine looking underneath towards your belly button. 7 more. Inhaling to arch. Exhaling to round. As you arch your spine, you want to feel a stretch along the front body, both in your neck and throat, as well as down into your abdominals. Then as you exhale and round, you'll stretch through your back body as you hollow and pull up through the belly. 6 more. Allow your abdominal muscles to expand and pull down towards the floor. 5. Rolling your shoulders open as you round your spine. So we're not rounding the shoulders forward towards the ears, you're pulling them back. 4 more times. Feeling the movement all the way up and down the spine, like a river or a channel of energy. Last 2. And round, last 1. Inhaling to arch. Exhaling to round. Neutral spine. Hold it here. The top of your head is reaching forward. Your tailbone is lengthened up to the ceiling just a little bit. You'll lift your knees up a little bit off the floor, then tap your knees back down. 7 more. Lift, tap. 6. As you tap your knees down, try not to collapse into your low back. 4, 3, 2, float your knees and hold 8 seconds. Feel your shoulder blades drawing together as your arms plug into your sides and back. Hold 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees down, then untuck your toes for what I call a lion drinking water. Rotate your fingers in towards one another slightly. Then it's kind of like a cat-cow with an added push-up. So you'll bend your elbows. Arch your spine looking forward like you're gazing down on the floor out in front of you. Keep your elbows slightly under your shoulders, then press your arms to straight round and lift up. 7 more. You inhale, bend and arch. You exhale, press and round. 6. Still trying to move from your waistline, not just your head and tail. 5. And round. 4 more times. Pressing into all 10 fingers as much as you can. Last 2. Last 1. Press and round. Hold it here. Your spine is now rounded. You're looking towards your belly button. Your toes are untucked. You'll press into the tops of your feet, then try to lift your knees up with a rounded spine. Tap your knees down, float. Tap, float. 6. Every time you float your knees, try to lift through your waistline and hollow and scoop your abs a little more. 3, and we hold. 2. Last 1, hold it. Try to lift up through your waistline, chin to chest. Hold 4, hold 3, hold 2, and 1. Lower your knees down. Lengthen through your spine, finding neutral. Tuck your toes under. Lift up into what would be considered a yoga down dog or a Pilates elephant. Press forward into your hands, drawing your shoulder blades together on your back. Then lower your heels down and lift your heels up. 7, lift. 6, bend your knees if you need to. You want your tailbone lengthened to the ceiling. 5, 4, you're still pressing forward into your hands. 3, 2, last 1, lift your heels up, then bend your knees, find your tabletop. Lower down. So notice I went from here to here. That will allow you to roll the shoulders open and feel your heart lengthening out in front of you. You'll use that to lift your head, neck, shoulders, and chest up, gazing up towards the ceiling. Then exhale and round. I mean, you inhale to lower down. You exhale, press, lift. You inhale, release, and lower. 6 more times. Lift and lower. It's small. 5 and lower. The goal is to feel the shoulders rolling open to help you lift up. 4. Still drawing the elbows down and in towards your sides. 3 and down. 2 more. And down. Last one. We'll press all the way up. Release down. Take a moment if you need to. Let your hips go side to side. Now we'll go into our full press up. Shoulders roll open, elbows draw back and down. Press into your hands, look up, press, and lift as high as you can without collapsing into your low back, and slowly release and lower everything down. 7 more. You press, lengthen, lift, hold your abs in, release, and lower down. For 6, elbows squeeze into your sides. 5, legs stay pressing down and lengthening out behind you. 4, ribs knit together. The elbows do not have to get all the way straight. 3, feel the arms plugging into your sides as you extend. 2, always leading with your head. Last one, press, lift up, then release it down halfway. Lengthen your arms out in front of you, float your legs, then swim. 15 seconds here. You can adjust your legs if that's better for you. 8, torso stable. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press up into a modified plank position. Your spine is neutral. Those dogs are really trying to get me to listen to them. All right, so we'll go into some wider push-ups for a little less intensity. You'll want to find just a basic tabletop, or for more intensity, come into a full plank position. Bend your elbows, bring your chest down, press up, down, up. For 8. Focus on the full extension, not on how low you get. 6, 5, it can be small. 4, 3, elbows lengthen. 2, last one, press it up. Narrow push-ups. I'm going to bring my knees in underneath my hips. It's a little bit harder for your shoulders for this one. Our goal is to target the triceps on the sides of the arms a little bit more. So that's why I bring the knees closer into my chest. But if you want it to be a little more intense, keep your knees back or find your regular plank. It is going to be very hard if you're doing this in a full plank. So maybe do a couple, and then if you feel like your form is kind of getting wonky, come down to your knees. We'll do 10 here. Bend your elbows, bring your shoulders forward over your fingertips, then press to straighten. Down, press. You want to externally rotate the shoulders. 6, 5. Again, it's not about how low you're getting, it's about coming all the way back up. 4, 3, 2, last one. Press it up, sit back, child's pose. Nice job, guys. Take 2 breaths, 1 more. And we'll round up for our small muscle upper body work. We'll start your small upper body work in a chest expansion. You'll have your toes tucked under and you're on your knees. This is meant to be a stretch for your toes and your feet, but if this position with your toes tucked under isn't appropriate for you, please feel free to untuck your toes so your feet are flat, or put a pillow or a towel underneath your seat so that you have a little bit more support in this position. Your hips are back on your heels as much as possible, and you're leaning forward with your spine long. So those things have to be all true in order to be in the appropriate position to get started. If your hips are forward, you're probably leaning forward a little too much. If your spine is rounded, you're probably leaning forward a little too much. If you're having a hard time sitting your hips back to your heels, maybe put a pillow or a towel underneath you or untuck your toes and just use this for a quick stretch without actually having to do the full exercise in this position with your feet. So, all those things are in place. Then you'll stretch your arms out in front of you. You want your arms at about the height of your shoulders, no higher than your eyebrows, but you could bring your arms down to your chest if you need to. So about the height of the shoulders, maybe a little bit above is fine, but again, you want to maintain toes tucked, hips back, spine long, as much as you can as you extend your arms forward. Already, you want to feel your abdominals engaging to hold you in this position. Your arms are lifted to start. This is your inhale. You'll exhale, pull your arms down, pushing your hips forward. You'll pulse your arms back 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then sit your hips back, bringing your arms out in front of you, spine long. We'll do that 9 more times. It's 1, 2, 3, sit back. 1, 2, 3, sit back. And your goal again is to feel the hinging of your hips as your arms lift. For 5, 2, 3, lift. 4, lift. 3. Your shoulders come forward as your hips go back. 2, 2, 3. Last 1, 2, 3. Hold it here. Shading the back of your head. Bring your hands together, elbows wide behind you. Then press your hands forward, letting your hands come apart as needed. You'll bend and press. Bend, press. So again, toes tuck under if you can. Spine long, hips back to your heels. Reach. We'll do this a little differently. In 4, 3, shoulders stay down. 2, last 1. Bend your elbows, hands behind you, hold it here. Now you keep your hands together and reach your arms out in front. The elbows extend only as much as you can while keeping your hands together and your neck long, your spine long. You'll bend and reach. Your elbows draw together, apart, together. Keep your chin lifted. If your hands need to come in front of your forehead instead, that's fine. 4, 3, 2, last 1, extend your arms. Take your arms apart as you draw your hips up and forward. If your toes and feet need a break, this is a great opportunity to untuck your toes. Feel the length down the fronts of your thighs. You'll flex at your wrists and draw your fingertips together. You'll then pull your fingers apart and draw out. It's in and out. As your arms are moving, you're trying to keep your torso as still as possible. And open 10 more. Arms are straight. Feel the length from your back through your fingertips. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Hold it out to the sides. Rotate your palms out to the sides with your fingers up. Then bring your fingers down. Up, down. 6, 5, 4, arms straight. 3, 2, last 1. Flex your wrists and hold it. Now keeping your shoulders stable, roll down and back, circle your wrists around. Your arms will move, but you're not trying to let your shoulders move around a lot. 4, arms straight. 3, 2, reverse it. Your fingers can move as well, but your shoulders again are still. 5, make sure you're breathing. 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, let it go. Arms down, shake it out for a second. Let's find a plank. Your hands are under your shoulders, toes are back. If you need to be on your knees, that's fine. This is a leg pull. You'll lift your right leg up, point your ankles and toes. Your left leg then presses forward, back. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find your plank and just hold 10 seconds. You're heading into your leg work from here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Child's pose. Nice job. Knees down, hips back, and take a break. Round all the way up. And we'll go into some single leg work, starting with your left leg. So let's lay down. And your knees are bent, your feet are flat on the floor. Arms are long by your sides. And you'll bring your left leg up into a tabletop position. This is a bicycle, so you want to imagine that you're pedaling forward. Extend your left leg up to the ceiling. Lower your left leg down, then pull in. You reach, lower, and pull. Your spine is neutral and stable. So you have a little bit of space under your low back. Your hips are pressing down evenly. And you're pressing into your right foot, stabilizing the right side of your body. So you will feel this in your obliques along your sides, but in different ways on either side. 4 more this direction. Allow your shoulders to roll open. Last 2. Last 1. Reverse it. Bend your knee in. Reach forward, lift, bend, reach, lift. 10. I'm keeping my ankle and toes in, I would say, a relaxed, extended, or point position, but you don't have to. You could just let the ankle stay flexed. You could relax the foot completely. You could do a point, flex, lift, and pull in. Point, flex, lift, and then point. You could do that if you wanted to. Let's do 3 more this direction. 2. Last 1. Lift the leg, hold it here. Let's flex the ankle. As your ankle is flexed, allow your knee to soften, then circle your left leg around. About a basketball size. 6 more this direction. Keep your hips pressing down evenly. Use your arms to help you. 4, starting to feel this along the front of the thigh. 3, 2, last 1. Now reverse it, take it out. Try to keep your leg parallel. So while the thigh bone is circling inside your hip socket, it's not rotating into an external and then parallel position. 4, 3, then you get a break. 2, last 1, hug your left knee in. Give your hip a break. Going into some abduction work, you'll turn onto your right side. So I'll turn so you can stay facing towards me. Your right side is down, your left side is up. Your hips are stacked and your knees are starting bent to about a 90-degree angle. Allow your bottom right waistline to lift off the floor. Your head can rest on your arm, a towel, a pillow, whatever feels good. And your top hand is out in front of you for stability. Extend your top left leg. Flex your ankle, toes are pointing forward, pulse your leg up to the ceiling. As you lift your leg, think about lifting your outer heel, pulling your inner thighs apart. You're creating space. As long as you're staying parallel, you can lift your leg as high as you'd like to, but all you're doing is lifting. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, keep your leg hip high parallel, point your ankle and toes, and circle your leg around. Just like in the circle that you were doing laying on your back a moment ago, you want your leg to stay parallel. So we're not rotating the thigh bone in your hip socket, you're turning the head of the femur bone around. 2, 1, reverse it. 8 more, hips stay stable and stacked. Again, focus on your outer heel lifting up so you're not externally rotating, which is what we tend to do. Last 3, last 2, 1, and hold it, flex and presses up towards the ceiling. Then kick your heel back. You pull, kick, pull, kick. You have 8, starting to really feel this in your seat. Press into your top hand however much you need to. 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Bring it in, fire hydrant, your leg opens. 7, 6, 5, final 4, 3, you hold the leg, last 1, hold it up. Extend your leg up to the ceiling, pointing your ankle and toes. You now are in an externally rotated position. Flex your ankle, lower, squeeze your leg down, point and lift. Flex, lower, point, lift. Your leg is going to the diagonal because if you were to try to aim the leg straight up to the ceiling, you'd probably roll open in your hips a little bit, and you do want your hips to stay stacked. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Lift it up, pull it down, bend it in, give your hip a little pat. And we have one more sequence to do on this leg to fully integrate into our hip socket. Finding a kneeling lunge. Your right knee can be slightly in front of your hip or underneath your hip is fine. And your left knee is, I would say, somewhere between your ankle and the toes. So somewhere just in that general range is where you want to set yourself up. And what I look out for myself is a fold at the ankle, so I can see a crease and a wrinkle there. Lengthening back and down through my heel, which I feel the heel pressing down, and then I'm pressing through all 5 left toes. So you want your knee to be in a position over your ankle or over your foot where all those things can be as much the case as possible. Ankle folded, heel pressing, toes down. You're in that kneeling lunge position. Arms inhale, lift up. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, exhale for 6, 5. Start to use this to lift yourself up. Your energy is going towards the ceiling. 3, 2, last 1. Arms pull down, then lengthen forward and hold it. Tuck your right toes under. Press down into your left foot as much as you can. Float up into a lunge. This is where I adjust my back foot forward quite a bit so that I have almost no weight on my right foot. You're down. As you lift, you have your chest expansion just like you did in your arms earlier. It's down, up, down, lift. Remember, there's no weight on your right foot. You're pressing down to lift, drawing your hip in as you squeeze your seat. 8, 7, 6, 5 more, then we hold it down. 4, 3, like you're jumping as you lift. Last one, bring it down and hold it. Take your hands into a prayer position. Hinge your hips back, lengthening your upper body forward. Then press your hips forward, bringing your shoulders up right over your hips. You hinge back, forward. What you want to feel as you draw back is your hamstrings along the back of your thigh engage. Then as you press forward, you open the front of your hips slightly and squeeze into your seat. For 4, keep pushing down. 2, last 1, lift it, bend both knees, and pulse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stay low. Hinge, hips back, upper body forward. Right toes tap back and in. For 8, 7, almost there, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it out. Arms stretch back behind you, pulse them up, lift. 7, 6, 5, your left leg. Right leg lifts up into a passe. Take your time, find your balance. Get your left leg as straight as you can. 4, 3, 2, last piece of this sequence. Right leg reaches out and pulls in. Focus on pressing down into your left foot. Stay grounded as you're buoyant, lifting out of your joints. 3, 2, whoop. Last one, reach it out, tap down, up. 7, 6. Feel your left foot pushing back. 5, 4, 3, 2. Pulse it up. 7, 6, 5. You're on both feet in 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Nice job. Both feet are down. Parallel, hips width apart. And one of the things you want to focus on with hips distance is that your feet, your ankles, line up with the centers of your hip sockets, not the outside of the hips, the center. So you really only want like maybe one fist, maybe 2 between your feet, but keep your feet pretty close together. If you're feeling out of balance, then take your feet wider. If you want to come off your mat or towel onto something harder for relatives, this is your time. You lift your heels up, down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lift and hold it. You can stretch your arms, pulse your heels. Feel the length down the fronts of your thighs, all the way into your toes. 4, 3, 2, stay lifted. Heels together, toes apart. Keep your heels together, down, up. 7, 6, 5. Your heels press forward as they lift. 4, 3, 2, lift and hold it, little pulses. 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1, hold it. You're going into some left inner thigh work from here. You are laying down on your left side. 3, 2, 1. Lower your heels down. Coming down onto your left side. Hips are stacked. Right leg bent down in front of you, and right hand can be down on the floor for support. We'll start with your bottom left leg straight and in an externally rotated position. That is not easy to say. So your heel is down, or your heel is up and your toes are down. Point your ankle. Your hips are stacked, so even though your bottom leg is turned out, you want to try to prevent your top right hip from rolling forward. You'll lift your bottom left leg up, and you're in that turnout to kind of simulate the same position you were in a moment ago while you were standing on your toes in the Pilates V. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lift your left leg, hold it, extend your top right leg to meet it, heels together, toes apart. Your ankles and toes are pointed. Now crisscross, left in front of right, switch, 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 switch. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold your heels together. Just your bottom left leg goes in front, behind. So it's the same movement you were doing a moment ago, but just the bottom left leg. 5, keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, lift from the thigh bone. Last one, heels together, toes apart. Now you'll scissor your legs. Left leg forward, right leg back, whoop, and switch. Notice that you have something precarious behind you before you bring your leg back too far. Hips are staying stacked. You are still in turnout for this. 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring your heels together, find a parallel. Toes together, heels together, turn out. Parallel, turn out. Parallel, turn out. Woo, bottom inner thighs are working. 4, 3, 3, if you need to bend your knees, that's okay. 2, last 1, hold it, parallel. Last piece falls to your legs. Up, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, left obliques from here. Cross left heel in front of your right toes. Bring your feet down to the floor, toes tuck under, then press up into a twisted plank position. Your shoulders are squared, your hands are underneath you. Lift your hips up. Allow your knees to bend slightly, lengthening your tailbone. Lower your hips back down, 11 more. You want your left side body to pull in. 9. Shoulder blades together. You're pressing down and forward through your palms. 7 more. Try to lift your heels higher as you lift your hips. 6. 5, then you're on your knees. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Lower your hips down and come down to your knees. Left leg extends out to the side. So this will look like your right side. It's the left leg. So like this for you guys. We have 2 more exercises on your obliques or on your left obliques, including this one right here. It's lateral flexion. Arms are open to a T. You lengthen over to the side. Allow your left side body to lengthen and stretch rounding. Then as you lift, you contract rib to hip to pull up. 11. Lift. Keep your left leg pressing down into the floor, even if that means bending your knees a little bit. As you lengthen away, your left hip pulls down away from your bottom rib. That's how you get the stretch. 6. We pulse in 5. You can look any direction that helps you. 4. 3. Use the pressing down into your left foot to help you back up. 2. Last 1. Bring it over to the side just halfway. Little pulses. Your shoulders and hips are drawing together. For 4, 3, 2, arms plug it to the back. Last 1, lengthen all the way over to the side. Hold it, left arm reaches overhead if you can. Both arms reach. Hold it, 5. You're in a tabletop in 3, 2, 1. Keep your left leg out straight. Rotate into a tabletop position. Right knee under your hip, hands are under your shoulders. Float your left leg up. Turn your left leg out, sweep it to the side, tap down. I've done this in a couple of my other classes recently, so if you've heard this already, you'll already know the leg does not have to come all the way out to the side. It's about keeping your hips squared and your spine long. Lift the leg, rotate back to parallel as you bring it back, then down. Up, rotate side, down, up, rotate in, down. 10. And it can flow once you have the movement. Keep your shoulders rolling open as much as you can. And tap. You will feel this in both sides, but your goal is to emphasize the lifting and moving of your left leg from your obliques. 4 more. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Bring it in and down, find a plank. Tuck your toes under, step both feet back. Bear walks, bend your knees. Walk your hands back to your toes, then walk back out. 9 more, walk back. Walk out. Walk back, and out. You can do this down on your knees if you needed to. And out. Lots of shoulder stability. 5. Press into all 10 fingers. 3, 2, Feet are flat, arms are long by your sides. So this is where I'll do my quick check-in about what's coming up. We have our right side starting with our leg bicycles in both directions, then the circles. Then we'll lay down on the left side for our leg pulses, circles, the pull, press, the fire hydrant, then the leg kind of split, squeeze in an external rotation. That will bring us onto our knees for your kneeling lunge position, coming up to standing, balance work, your lunge work, that whole thing. The releves, which brings us into our inner thighs on the right side, right obliques, and we'll finish with some bridging and center core work. So this next side, the second half of the class will go by quickly, I promise. And let's get started. So we're already on our backs, knees bent, feet are flat. Bring your right leg into a tabletop position. And you can have your foot pointed, flexed, relaxed, whatever feels intuitive for you. Let's just focus on the movement of the thigh bone in the hip socket. You extend your leg up, you pull down and in. Reach down, in. 10. And you want the movement to be isolated in your hip socket as much as possible. If there's a lot of movement in your spine, your pelvis, the leg is moving just too much. So either that means keep it a little higher up, which I'm showing now, not going down as low, or not reaching up as high. And notice now, the knee is staying a little more bent. 5 more this direction. 4, as much as you can, integrate your leg into your abs. You're holding and moving your leg from your lowest abdominals. Last one. Reach it up, then reverse directions. Pull in, reach, lift, bend, reach, 10 more times. And you will feel this in the muscles along the top of the thigh. That's great because those muscles move the knee and the muscles in your seat move the hip. So right now we will feel this more in the muscles of the front of the thigh more than the seat. That's okay because if you can remember what's coming up next, it's the seat work. So this is for the thighs. You might feel it in the back of your thigh a little bit, but that's okay if you're not feeling it too much right now. 3, 2, if you're feeling a lot of hip, your leg is probably moving up and down too much and maybe getting a little too straight, so just keep your knee back a little more. Front of the thigh is fine, front of the hip, not so much. Let's just do one more this direction. Lift the leg, hold it. Flex your ankle, then circle. Whichever direction you want to go in first. You're keeping your leg parallel. As you bring the leg to the side, your toes still point towards you. Notice differences on this side. So already I am feeling this in my right obliques quite a bit. If you're getting a lot of gripping, bend your knee more. 2. Reverse directions. Shoulders stay open. 7. 6. It can shake as long as it's not gripping too much. 4. 3. Keep your low back in neutral. 2. Last one. Ooh, bring it in. Give that leg a break. It's amazing how we can feel one thing so much more on one side versus the other. All right, going into your abduction work. I'll turn so I'm facing towards you, but you're laying on your left side. So as long as you're on your left side, you just turn. Unless you can't see the screen, in which case you'll probably have to flip too. All these things. Anyway. So your knees are bent, your hips are stacked, and you're resting your head all the way down on anything that feels comfortable. Top right hand is out in front of you. Extend your right leg, flex your ankle, point your toes forward. Give yourself a gentle lift to your bottom waistline, then pulse your right leg up. And it's a slow, big pulse. You're focusing on the outer heel lifting up, as your toes point straight forward. 8 more, already feeling this in the seat. You want the front of your hip as open as you can get it, so that you're feeling this circle. 7, 6, 5. Press into your top right hand to help you stay level. Last 2, 1, reverse it. 8. Push your leg back. 7, stay pulled in. 5 more. Inner thigh stretch as you lift the leg. 3, outer heel lifts. 2. Last 1, keep the leg lifted, flex your ankle, pull in. Knees together, feet apart, press out. In, out, 10. Keep your leg all the way back. As you kick your leg back, you press into your right hand for support. 8, 7, watch out for anything behind you. 5, 4, 3, 2, fire hydrant's coming up, bring it in. Fire hydrant, lift the leg. And open. 6 more. 5 more, almost done. 4. You get your splits in 3, 2. Lift your leg, point your ankle, kick it up. Keep your bottom leg or your bottom waistline lifted. If you need to angle out in front to keep your hips squared, go for it. Flex, lower, point, lift, down. 10, 9, 8, you can do it. 7, it's uncomfortable, but breathe through it, make it smaller. There's so many options other than just stopping. Modify. 3, 2, last 1. Ooh, bring it down and in. Give yourself a moment, pat it out. Ah, feels so good when you get to the end of that sequence. It's over. You did it on both sides. You don't have to do it again. Only 2 legs. But we have our lunges. So let's come up to our kneeling lunge position. And you have your left knee about under the hip, maybe a little bit in front, fine. And right foot out in front. Your right knee somewhere between ankle and toes. I'll say again what the parameters are. Fold at your ankle. Little crease there. Heel down. Toes down. So if one of those things isn't happening, adjust where your foot is. You might have to bring your foot out to the side. I did not mention whether your foot was out in front of your hip or out a little bit, so it is okay for sure to have your foot out a little bit. It's okay to have something under your bottom leg. It's okay not to start down on the floor. It's okay to be up. All those things are okay. What I'm asking for is the weight placement on your foot. That's what really matters in this position in terms of the muscles that I'm trying to work on right now for us. So heel, ankle folded, toes down. Wherever you need to be to make those things happen is fine. From wherever you are right now to make those things happen, inhale your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale to pull down. Inhale, up, down. It's about allowing the arms to lift you up. As your arms lift, feel your whole body reaching. 2. Last 1. Bring your arms chest height. Tuck your back toes under. This applies if you're down. If you're already up, then find a lunge and hold it for a second and really firm into it. Press down into your front right foot. Right foot pushes down. Lift up. Step your back, left foot forward as needed, so that you have all of your weight in your front right foot. You'll then lift up, arms pull down, chest expansion, down, up, lift. As you lift up, you're pressing down through your right foot, squeezing your seat as you open the front of your hip. 10, 9, try to firm up, foot all the way in. 8, 7, you pulse it down. 6, 5, and when we hinge. 4, 3, 2, last 1, bring it down. Hands come into a prayer position. This is your hip hinge. Your hips pull back, your hips push forward. Pull, push. Notice my knee isn't moving very much. Also notice the spine is staying long. You're emphasizing the movement of the pelvis back and forward. Back of the thigh, seat. 3, 2, last one, shift forward. If you have any weight in your left foot, step forward a little more. Bend into both knees, little pulses. Down and up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stay low. Hinge your hips back. Left toes, tap back, tap forward. Roll your right hip open as your left hip pushes forward. And remember those first 3 things I started with. Right heel down, ankle folded, toes pressing. Those are still the 3 things you want to be focused on. So if any of those 3 things aren't happening right now, either take a break or modify. 2, reach it back, last piece. Arms extend and pulse. Where's your heel? Where's that fold in your ankle? Now where are all 5 toes? 5, 4, 3, 2, come all the way up to balance. Hold for a moment. Come onto a harder surface if you need to, or tap the toes down, whatever you need. Open the front of your hip. Squeeze your right seat. Right hip rolls open, left hip presses forward. Left leg extends out. In. 7, 6, 5. You're still pushing down through your right foot. 3, 2, 1. Reach it out and hold it, tap down, up. As your left leg lifts up, your right foot pushes back. 5, 4. So my arms are doing what my legs are feeling. 3, you don't have to do the arms. 2, 1. Hold it up and pulse. Pulse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And done. Feet are flat, parallel. Releves. Both heels up, down. 7, 6. Push the floor away from you. Adjust your feet close together. No more than 2 fists. 2. Hold it up. Arms reach. Little pulses. Your heels are lifting towards your knees. You're shortening the back of the ankle. 4, 3, 2, hold it. Heels together, toes apart. Heels down, heels up. Heels push forward and together. And again, come on to this table surface if you need to. I'm going to take that advice myself right now. It's always the second side where I need that extra support. Again, try to shorten the back of the ankles. That's what I was trying to say. The backs of the ankles are contracting. That's what I'm talking about right here, where your Achilles is. You want to wrinkle it up. Lengthen it, wrinkle it up. Lengthen it, wrinkle it up. Lengthen it, wrinkle it up. 2, hold it. Pulse it. Wrinkle the back of your ankle. You wrinkle it. Notice if it's different on one side more than the other. It's harder to get that sensation of wrinkling. 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Let it go. Right in our thighs. You'll lay down on your right side. Bottom right leg straight. Top left leg bent out in front. Your bottom leg is in that turned out position, so your heel is up and your toes are down. You're resting your head and your top hand is in front of you. Your right leg floats off the floor and then pulses up, down, up. And it's a slow, big pulse again. Trying to keep your legs straight and lifting from your thigh bone. So it is okay if your knee bends, for sure. If your knee needs to bend, that's okay. But if your knee bends, make sure you're not because that is not going to work your inner thighs very much. That's more going to work your hamstrings. So even if it's tiny, even if you need to bend your knee a lot, lift your thigh bone. Your upper leg is trying to pull up and in towards the midline. 4, 3, 2, hold your right leg up. Top left leg reaches to meet it. Heels together, toes apart, ankles and toes pointed, hips are stacked. Now crisscross right in front of left, switch, 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 switch. Hold your abs in. Just making sure I have space behind you for a second. 3, 2, 1, hold, heels together. Just your bottom right leg, forward, back, 6. And this one's tricky mentally as well because it's a lot of coordination and control. Isolating. 2, 1, heels together, toes apart, scissors. Right in front, left behind, switch, switch. As big as you can make this while keeping your hips stacked and not knocking anything over. I'm really using the top hand for this one. Last 2 sets. Last set. Heels together, toes apart, find parallel. Find turn out, parallel, turn out, parallel, turn out. 5. 4, are your legs straight? 3, are they lifted? 2, 1, parallel, pulse your legs up. Low abs draw in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, cross your ankles, right heel in front of left toes. Flex and bring your toes down. And press into a twisted plank for obliques. Your right heel is in front of your left toes. Your hands are under your shoulders. Your left foot might be lifted off the floor. That's okay. Make whatever adjustments you need to. Pike your hips up. Lower back down, 11 more. Press forward into your hands. Roll your shoulders open and down the back. 9. Knees can bend. 7 more. 6, feel your right side pulling up and in. 5. 4. 3. You're kneeling into. Last one. Find a kneeling position. Keeping going with some lateral flexion. Your right leg extends out to the side. So right leg, it'll look like this for you. Arms open out to a T. You stretch over to the left side. So I'm going to the left. The right side is stretching. The hip pulls away from the bottom rib. Your right foot is pushing down. Your hips press forward a little bit. Now bring yourself back up, pulling your right side body in. 9 more. Over and up. You're pulsing from here. So if this feels like a very straining range of motion, if you're feeling pulling in your front, side, hip, or low back, make it smaller. Because you want to feel like you can control this even more in a moment. So if this already feels like you're at your max, you might want to just dial it back a little bit. 3, 2, you can look any direction. Last one all the way through. Bring it over to the side. This is where you have your pulses up. 7, press into your feet. Hips stay lengthened. 4, you hold. 3, 2, last one, take it all the way to the side. Hold it here, right arm reaches overhead. Can you bring your bottom left arm to meet it? Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, tabletop, rotate. You're pivoting on your left knee and bringing your hands down both under your shoulders. Your right leg is straight out behind you. Your right leg floats up. You turn your leg out. You sweep it side, down, up, back, down. take a stretch. Child's pose, 2 breaths. One more piece of your forearm planks. Let it go. Find your forearm plank, either on your knees or your toes. You'll lift your hips up, rounding through your spine. Your heels stay lifted, bend your knees if you need to. Lower your hips down and lengthen. 7 more round. And lengthen. 6, use your head. Lengthen. Try to lift through your waistline. 4 more. Last 3. 2. Last one. Child's pose. 2 breaths. Bring yourselves up. Swing your legs out around in front of you. And we add in a little bit of abs and some bridge work. Our ab work today is going to focus in particular on the low abs to start. So let's lay down on our backs and bring our legs into a tabletop position. If you have a lot of hip flexor tightness, having your knees and your feet together might not be comfortable, so you might have to have your knees open. That's okay. What I will recommend is that you don't cross your ankles, because we're only doing this on one side, and if you cross your ankles, we are going to introduce sidedness, so it's more even to have your feet just together and your knees apart. You could have your heels together and your toes apart as well if that helps, so it's more of a Pilates V, or you can just keep your feet together. I'll leave that up to you and what feels best, but again, I recommend unless you're going to switch halfway through to the other foot, just have your feet together instead of ankles crossed. So parallel or turned out is fine. Your legs are starting in, knees over hips. Then all you're trying to do is draw your knees in towards you. That's it. It might be really small. And again, turning out might help because you want your thigh bones to sink down as your knees pull in. Let's do 4 more. Let it be a little uncomfortable. You're building muscle memory. So tell yourself that while it might be uncomfortable, there is a way to manage this and find a way to take that discomfort out of it. It might not happen right now, but over time, if you keep doing this, if you keep telling yourself that your thigh bones are drawing down, your knees are scooping in, you will eventually get that sensation and the range of motion will increase. Finding your tabletop position. Alternate toe taps. Right toes down to the floor. Then switch. And what we're focusing on is the pull in as the other leg goes away. So my legs aren't going all the way down to the floor. Because if I bring my leg too far, I might lose the sensation of me pulling in. 2 more sets. Right leg down. Switch. Last one. Switch. Bring your legs up. Parallel or turned out, tabletop. Hands behind your head. Extend your legs. Curl. Bend lower. 9. And you want your knees to stay pulled in. 7. 6. The legs do not have to get all the way straight. Feel the hollowing down, the scooping as you reach. 4. 3. 2. Reach the legs, flex your ankles, pulse your shoulders. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold your shoulders, lift your legs. Still get that pull in and down to lift up. Heels press as your thigh bones draw down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Take a quick break. Bend your knees, relax your shoulders, and circle your legs around. So we have a scissor kind of rendition coming up, but it will use that same time into our And again, you're emphasizing the pull down of the thigh bones, the lift of the legs. Can you get your hips off the floor even? 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's end with hundreds, both legs together. They can go down or stay up. Curl your shoulders, pulse, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, 8. Exhale, 7. Exhale, 6. Exhale, 5. Halfway there, you have 4. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 2. Exhale, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in and relax. Take a gentle rock side to side. Great job, guys. We'll end with some bridges to cool us down. Let's first take a twist. Hug your right knee in. Bring your right leg up and over. Ooh, got some pops there. That was nice. Bring it center. Other side. Up and over. One more breath. Center. And we'll pull down with some bridges. So, feet are flat on the floor. Hips width apart, parallel. Arms are long by your sides if you wanted to. If you have the availability in your knees to have your heels and your hands together, you can do that, but don't feel like you need to have your heels back close to your seat. Also depends on the length of your arms. Roll your chest, open, inhale, exhale, articulate one bone at a time, up. Inhale, exhale, slowly articulate back down. 5 more like this, so you can really focus on taking your time in both directions. Ribs stay sinking down, feel the length, knees down to your shoulders at the top. You will feel a stretch along your knees. 4 more. Between the vertebrae as possible. At the top, you push down into your feet and you want your pelvis to lift up, kind of to the tops of the thighs as much as possible, without letting the abdominals or the ribs splay open and expand. Starting by melding through the ribs, contracting your abs to lower down. Last one. So much control and precision. It's one of those things in Pilates that you might feel like you get better at, but there is no perfection. It's all just a journey. You'll hold it up at the top on your next one. You're pressing down through your feet, heels, and toes. Pulse your hips up to the ceiling. And again, you want to feel the pelvis lifting up to the height or above the thighs without bringing the stomach or the chest with it. For 4, 3, 2, keep your hips lifted. Pivoting on your heels, turn your toes and knees in. If you need to walk your feet out a little bit more so that you don't have too much tension in your knees, that's fine. Pulse your hips up here. Lift, and you want your inner thighs to spiral down and back, so you're really working the inner thighs as well as your glutes minimus along the outer hips. 4, 3, 2, hold it, pivoting on your heels. Lift and turn out, pulse it here. Up, lift, 10, 9, 8, still pressing down into your feet. If you're on the outer edges, you're probably a little turned out, a little too turned out. 4, 3, 2, Hold your hips lifted. Walk your feet back in. Heel toe, parallel hips width apart. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly melt down, one bone at a time. Once you're there, gently let your legs rock side to side. And we are done. Find center. Whatever position feels good. Butterfly, happy baby, straight legs. Let's take 4 breaths together. I will hold the space. From wherever you are, let's take one more deep breath in. Hold it at the top, try to expand your lungs. Then all at once, exhale, let it go. Great job, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me.